Hi friends, welcome to another RedditRev episode. Please subscribe and hit that like button if you're enjoying the content, and please share it with your friends if you can. I'd really appreciate it. Also, please leave me a comment to let me know what you think of the episode. Now let's get started with today's stories.
My wife, 32F, of 4-year, cheated on me with her coworker. I, 39M, forgave her, but I don't feel normal. Story time. My wife and I met when we were young. She was an undergrad and I was in grad school. I had 2 failed no longer than a month relationships in college and decided that it was not for me. My home life was unstable and I'd never seen a healthy couple in my life. I slept around a lot and partied and was friends with the wrong crowd. When we first met, I presumed it was just a casual relationship. Apparently, we both misunderstood and she thought we were in a committed relationship. I admit to sleeping around in the beginning, basically cheating on her. However, she was the first person to ever truly love me, and soon all the fake I love yous became real. My girl was always very sweet and naive and always believed the best in people. We got serious real fast, but it all crashed down when she found out about my body count during the beginning of our relationship. We broke up and got back together when we met again after 6 years. Obviously, we'd grown and had a lot of relearning to do, but in my opinion, it only increased the love we had for each other. I proposed after 2 more years of dating and we were married about 4 years ago. We also have a baby girl who's 3 right now. Our married life has been great. Stark contrast from anything I've never seen growing up. We rarely have big fights. I don't even remember any. We poke fun at each other, but don't go too far. We just love being together on boring days, just doing our work. We have equal household responsibilities. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong. We've even talked about another child and are trying to foster dogs. My wife had gone to work to get some things sorted out. They had to do this in person and their workplace was sending the workers in batches to keep things safe, and one of her male friends/coworker was assigned to come on that day too. Her coworker is currently single and I suspect that he's been having feelings for my wife for a while now. Basically, from what she told me, they were excited to see each other in person after so long and were just catching up. They were talking for a while and were completely alone. When my wife leaned in to hug him goodbye, he went in for a kiss and she ended up kissing him back. She let him bring his hands under her shirt and grab her ass. Her jacket, shirt and bra came off, but she stopped the minute he tried to get her and his pants off and couldn't go further. This is when she apologized and left. My wife came home in tears and immediately relayed this story to me. She kept apologizing and said that it wasn't anything that I did, and told me that she's happy with me and will never speak to her coworker again. She's looking to transfer departments. I was upset at this, but still held her as she cried into my arms. For some reason, I felt more to comfort her than to be angry myself. When I asked her why she did what she did, she told me that she was just probably going crazy from low human contact because of COVID, and that it just happened so fast and came out of nowhere. She told me that she never had feelings for the guy, nor does she find him attractive. The thing is, I believe her. I feel frustrated on how far it went and do believe she did cheat. But I also feel relieved that she didn't have sex with him. I've pretty much forgiven her, but she acts a bit timid around me and keeps doing unnecessary things for me because she's still feeling guilty. I told my friend this, and he said that I'm being an idiot for forgiving her so fast. He said that he's had someone cheat on him before and that my wife is probably having an affair with her coworker or just ended something long-term with him and is telling me out of guilt. He 100% believed that she slept with her coworker. After browsing cheating advice columns, I feel like my response wasn't normal and that I'm probably missing something. I don't want to be hurt, but I love my wife and I don't ever want to leave her. I love the family we've built and I know for a fact that I can't ever do it with anyone else. Was my response normal? Should I start snooping? Story 2. My wife and I have been together for 7 years, married 4. We have a great marriage and 2 children, 3F and 2M. We were each other's one and only sexual partner. Last week she ended up going home with a coworker on Friday night, lying and saying it was a work function. Specifically, she texts me around 7:30 that a work function suddenly came up and she has to go. I was a bit pissed since we planned to watch a movie at home and she canceled without notice, but I saw no reason to mistrust her. She said she would be back by 9:30 and I was okay with that. Then she ends up coming back at 11:30 in hysterics. She's crying and mumbling and admits she slept with her coworker. Lots of anger and crying on my end, and we spent the whole night discussing it. She said that her coworker, a younger guy who had been flirting with her for weeks very persistently, she did not tell me about this, her reasoning being that it would have never led to something anyway, and showered her with compliments, finally broke down her barriers and they had sex at his place 3 times in 2 hours. She said she felt like she missed out on something by only being with one sexual partner. So did I, but I didn't fucking cheat, and wasn't thinking rationally. She said she got caught up in the moment, for weeks, it seems, and she never planned to cheat on me. She said being treated like a sexy, desirable woman by a young, handsome guy only clouded her thinking further. I'm not so sure what she means by this since we have plenty of sex, at least 3 times a week, as well as frequent date nights. I asked her to show me her phone, email, and media right there, and there's no sign of him at all. They never spoke outside of work. I thought she might be lying and covering her tracks, but I verified this in the following days and contacted my service provider and used a text recovery program, and they never had any contact outside of work. My wife is saying it was a one-time mistake and will never happen again. She decided to quit work, handed in her notice already, and also outed the coworker due to the no fraternization policy, and is searching for another job. She also promised to give me complete open access to all her media whenever I want and is pretty much begging me not to leave her. She has apologized and shed more tears than can be counted in numbers. I wanted to stay away from her for a while, but my kids need me, so I told her to give me my space in the house while I think things through. My wife wants to do couples counseling and therapy and wants to pay for it herself so as not to burden me. She's taking full blame for the cheating and assures me I did not contribute to it at all. I never thought I would be the type to consider forgiving cheating. I always thought I would steel myself and go no contact without a second's hesitation. I'm trying to determine the pros and cons of this. Pros 1, she confessed immediately and with full honesty, answering all of my questions truthfully. 2, she's quitting her job and completely separating from this guy. 3, she's giving me full access to her media. 4, she's taking full blame and responsibility for cheating. 5, she is genuinely remorseful. I know this for a fact. 6, she's using her own disposable income to pay for counseling and therapy. 7, apparently a marriage can become stronger after infidelity. Not sure if this is true, but I doubt it. The possibility is there, I suppose. 8, I really do love my wife beyond measure and can't imagine loving another woman or having another woman be the mother of my children. Cons 1, she fucking cheated on me. We have kids, damn it, and she actually fucking cheated. 2, she lied to me about this work function bullshit. She deliberately texted me a lie to cover for her getting pounded by the coworker. 3, she admits that the sex was mind-blowing and she enjoyed it immensely. 4, she never told me about the flirting, even as it went on for weeks. 5, she wasn't drunk, she willingly and intentionally had sex with him. This one hurts a lot, since she decided to forsake our family just for a few hours with the coworker. 6, trust will take a very, very long time to rebuild, if at all. I don't know if I want to invest years into trying to repair what might be fundamentally broken. 7, I fear her cheating may have permanently destroyed any potential intimacy with my wife. Just seeing her or thinking of her conjures images of her getting fucked by the other guy, and it would be impossible to not think of such things during intimacy. 8, I have lost a huge amount of respect for her. I doubt I have any left. Our marriage and children apparently meant so little to her that she chose the guy's dick over them. Also, all it took to get her to throw away all notions of fidelity and loyalty were a few weeks of flirting and compliments. I thought my wife had a modicum of self-control and dignity, but it appears I'm wrong about this. What do I do, kids? Try to work through this or just say fuck it and move on? For the latter, I can be a vengeful Chillingsworth-like bastard, so I would probably pretend to forgive her while secretly making moves to get a favorable divorce settlement for myself. It's probably just fantasy, but I'll be damned if I don't try my hardest to not get screwed out of everything I worked so hard to achieve the last 10 years. If there are any pros and cons I missed, please mention them. TLDR, wife cheated. Don't know if I should forgive her or not.
I hope you enjoyed our video. It's always a pleasure creating these stories, and if you liked what you saw, please take the time to show your support by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already done so. Sharing with your friends is also greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments section below what you think of our videos. I'm all ears. Be sure to check back soon for more original Reddit stories every day on RedditRev. Until then, stay awesome, my friend.